And we're back with another team analysis video for 2025. Today we're talking the Brisbane Lions, so let's see who my favourite picks are from the reigning premiers. First up, I've got a big name on the cards in the form of Josh Dunkley, who played 23 games last year in the regular season and averaged 107.4. He's obviously primed for another big year in the midfield, getting most of the CBAs. He finished a bit slow in the last 5 games with an average of 99 and still averaged to get 107.4. He has some serious ceiling potential, but can have a bit of a low floor on the odd occasion as well. He does have a secure role at the Lions. He's going to be in there getting plenty of CBAs. He's a very balanced kick-to-handball ratio on him with good marking and tackling game as well. Just a really well-balanced midfielder. And yeah, one that's going to go very, very quickly on draft day. So if you like a Lion and you like something a bit different that doesn't get talked about as much as some others, Josh Dunkley is a fantastic pick. Secondly, for the Beast here, I've got Mr. Will Ashcroft, who came back from an ACL injury last year to play 9 games and average 84.7. One of the biggest breakouts for the year, in my opinion. Well and truly in the Beast section instead, though, because he's going to do really, really well. Everyone knows about this kid. He's a father-son selection and pipped as one of the next generational talents. He's already proved it by helping the Lions to win the premiership last year and taking out the Norm Smith just easily at the same time in his second year. All after coming back from that ACL, as I mentioned, in his rookie year. So again, that was just his second year in the league. Insane. His role in the midfield at the Lions is locked in my opinion. Might have had a bit of a niggle in the preseason, but he has more of a preseason this year than last year, so I can't see him not being amazing. His brother Levi is also now in the team. We'll get to know him a bit later, but Will has said that he loves and is dying to play with his brother again, and he did play some of his best footy with his brother back in junior years, so something exciting to look out for this year. Will Ashcroft, put him right up your draft orders. On to some breakouts and sleepers. And first up here, I've got Mr. Gideon Coleman, who in 2023 he played 20 games and an average of 69.6. And he did his ACL in the first game of 2024 and missed the whole of last year. Before that, he was given the kick-ins at halfback just to start the year and to end 2023. And he averaged 93 from round 16 onwards in 2023, with a high score in the losing grand final where he got 127. I think he will be taking some kick-ins this year, even though Dane Zorko is still back there, and it seems like he's still taking a bunch of kick-ins this year, I guess. He looks like he's still training there, but I reckon Gideon Coleman's definitely going to be something to look out for in the future, and definitely one to bump right back up the rankings. I think he's going to be a star, and yeah, definitely a top 20 defender in my books. Someone down the rankings a little bit more here that's been forgotten about, but could be a sneaky one on draft day, is Tom Doedee, who, another one, ACL last year, kept him out the whole year. He played 11 games in 2023 with some injuries again, average of 55.5, nothing to really light the world on fire with, but he could be a handy depth option with the right matchup. He's in the best 23 in my opinion if he's fit. At one point he was a captain option for Adelaide Crows because he does have a fantastic footy IQ, and he's just one that's been forgotten about. So I just reckon it could be an option if you've really left your defence thin on draft day in deeper leagues. On to some rookies now, and obviously the main one here is brother of Will, Levi Ashcroft, equally as freakish throughout the midfield, though in a slightly different capacity. Will likes to wheel and go on the outside a bit more, but Levi is a bit more of a contested ball winner and a retriever. He dominated in his 3 seasons at the Sandringham Dragons and is the only player ever to have won 3 premierships at Coates league level. He's been influential in all of them and playing with other future fantasy Jets, obviously including brother Will, Harry Sheasel and Riley Sanders in that time. So that's a freakish team. He then came out for his single VFL game last year and took the opportunity head on with 35 disposals, 8 marks, 5 tackles, and a goal for 145 fantasy points in VFL. So against men, as a 17-year-old, that's huge. He should slot straight into the team come round one. You'd think he is just a star of the future, just like his brother, and he's going to be just as big. And this year, he could be very good one to have in the midfield, even as an M5 or an M6. I reckon he could average up to 84 in his first year, if not more. Another rookie there in Brisbane Lions Academy guy, Sam Marshall. He is another one not to sneeze at. Played 4 games in the National Championships at an average of 104. Very good depth player for the future and plays his best footy on the outside of the contest and gets his hands dirty a bit as well. Just a really well-balanced kid to keep an eye on for the future if he gets an opportunity, which could be hard to come by in such a good team. But if he does, keep an eye on him because he is a Jet and will be one to keep an eye on in the future. And finally here, again, just a beware section. Not that this is a bad player by any means, but Dane Zorko is pushing 35 years old. He was deployed out of the defense last year and it had I think it was one of his best seasons ever. It was, huge year last year. Whether he's going to do it again this year, I do have my doubts since Kitty Coleman's back. As I said, Tom Doodie's there. You got Darcy Wilmot and even Connor McKenna could have bigger roles to play in 2025 and beyond, and they could be taking a bit of ball away from Zorko as the season progresses. I reckon Zorko will be there in the defense to begin with the season. So he's still relevant, but I would probably not be jumping too early on him. But thank you very much for watching this video. I hope I gave you some insight on some players I'm keen for the upcoming 2025 season. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing for some more because we're going to do the Carlton Blues next and some interesting guys there. So stay tuned. Thanks.